This is Coach London with a scouting report for the Miami Hurricanes. Miami's head coach, Al Golden, is second-year head coach at Miami. Remember the name Al Golden was the defensive coordinator here at Virginia for a few years. I was on the staff here when Coach Golden was here. Jedd Fisch is their offensive coordinator, 9 years in the NFL, brings an explosive style of offensive packages to Miami. Miami's young, as we are. There are some players that stand out for them, particularly number 8, Duke Johnson, the true freshman, was one of the top players in the country coming out last year. Is playing as a true freshman, has had multiple games where he's gained over 100 yards, and has explosive runs and catches. They're a very fast, athletic team. Offensively, as we said, with the style of approach they have is they'll run the ball with 2 tight ends. They'll spread you out, try to throw the ball, and utilize their wide receivers and their running back skill and speed. We'll take a couple looks here at some of the things that they do on offense, some of the things that we'll have to look out for and pay attention to, and I'll point out some of the players that have made great plays for them. The first play here is an 11 personnel. We'll talk about 11 personnel, 1 tight end in the game and 3 wide receivers. You see right now that the speed of what they do on just a takeoff route here by Dorsett, just isolating the corner and just running a takeoff route. And there's Morris, the quarterback. If you remember 2 years ago when Jacory Harris got knocked out of the game, he was the one that came in the game and finished up the game for them. So, but this is kind of what they do, just kind of a one-on-one, throw the ball, put the ball up in the air, and let their speed go after it. Okay, you see this set right here is a 2 tight end set, where they've shown where they run the ball, but also they'll use the extra tight ends to max protect. And even though there's 2 receivers in the route, a 3rd receiver coming out of the backfield, they'll just try to isolate again. Dorsett, number 4, who is the fastest player on Miami's team, just try to isolate him and make sure the quarterback doesn't have any pressure and throw the ball deep. Miami offensive line will probably be the biggest offensive line we played against. Their tackles are 6'6", 6'7", and 6'8". Their guards are 6'5", and 6'6", so they'll be the biggest team that we played to date. Here we see out of the shotgun, again, 11 personnel. You see the tight end kind of will clear out the linebackers here. The tight end's on the line of scrimmage here. Clears out the linebackers and just throw kind of a swing pass to the running back. That's the freshman, Duke Johnson. Again, true freshman that's been a dynamic player for him, that when he gets the ball in his hands, he makes a lot of things happen. So this is kind of a hide screen where they show pass, he comes across, offensive line lets the rush occur, then they run downfield and then allow him, Johnson, to use his skills. This next one is, we call it 10 personnel, where there's 4 wide receivers and there's 1 tailback, no tight end in the game. So you see kind of a speed crew that's out there. And now what they do is, understanding that most defenses will respect the speed that's out on the field, run clear out routes, and then kind of run underneath pass by James, the other talented tailback. You see he's a hard guy to bring down. He's a big back, big physical back. So they clear you out and then bring him underneath and try to isolate you with your Mike linebacker or linebacker in front. This next one right here is, again, 11 personnel and shotgun. You see what happens here with the movement, kind of a read play. This is Duke Johnson again, the freshman. This is against Virginia Tech, and assignment-oriented defense, particularly when teams are running this kind of read play. You just kind of see the athleticism and the speed and explosion of Duke Johnson. A lot of times you have a guy responsible for closing on the dive, or you have a guy that has the quarterback, because there's always an option for the quarterback pulling the ball. If he was to close on the dive, then that'd be the read for the quarterback to pull it. In this situation, there's not a dive player. It appears the defensive end is the quarterback player, and then you see the explosion of Duke Johnson being able to run. That's the Miami Hurricanes. This is a very important game for us. We control our own destiny here. We're looking for great play, energetic play again by our guys coming off the NC State win, and look forward to seeing everybody out at Scott Stadium.